So today I will teach you how to create this very simple but very cool liquid type of effect in After Effects and without any plugins, so you don't need Sapphire or Universe plugins or whatever. This is how it looks. Let's jump straight in. So I'm just going to begin completely from the beginning. So I'm just extending this. And let me hide the final product right here. Okay, first of all, duplicate the clip 2 times. So like this. And I'm just going to rename them. So the first one is going to be the rotoscope. This I'm just going to call it map. You're going to see in just a second why. And this will be the background. Alright, I would say let's start with the map. So the first effect that we are going to need is called turbulence noise. Put that on. Let me hide the roto layer just for now. As you can see, this is what turbulent noise will do. And we are just basically using this for later on for our displacement map. Just keep on watching, you will understand in a second. Okay, first of all, the fractal type. I'm going to put that to strings, like this. And then I'm turning down the brightness to like -10. Then open up transform and put the scale up. I'm going to use something like 170. And now for the evolution, you need to hover over the keyframe watch right here. And now if you're on Mac, tap and hold the Option key and then press this evolution clock. And on Windows it should be the Alt key. I'm on Mac, so I'm pressing and holding down Option and then clicking on this evolution clock. Now this should pop up at the bottom right here. And don't worry, this is like very basic stuff, so just follow along. Then just type in time, like this. Then this multiplication star or whatever. On my keyboard it's above the plus sign. Then I'm typing in 50, this, and then enter. Alright. Now with the U key I can close the keyframes right here. Okay, so click on your layer and then press U. Just like this. And if I play it now, you can see what happens. It is like a very light animation going on. So the next effect is called wave warp right here. It's also built in After Effects. First of all, go to pinning and select all edges so the background doesn't like shine through. Then where it says wave type, I will select the noise one like this. Now put the wave width to like 330 and the wave height to like 130. Alright, then click the keyframe watch for the wave height. Okay. Then go to the middle of your clip and put that down. I would say put this down a little bit to the negative, so like -11 maybe. Then go to the last frame and again put this up. Now going with something like 160, but you can just experiment around. It will always like give you a slightly different look. And of course also like instead of noise, for example, do circle, but I'm just going with noise right now. If I play it now, this is what will happen. I mean, we could also go to the middle and put it like more down to like -25 maybe. I think this should be better. Now the last effect for the map layer is turbulence displays. The amount to 70 and the size down to 20. And now keyframe the size and the evolution. Then go to the middle of the clip again and put the size down to like 5. It's to 5. Then go to the last frame and put the size to like 54. And now put the evolution up. You can make like 1 rotation or like maybe even 2. I'm going with like 2 and a little bit more, like this. And if I play it now, it should animate more, as you can see. This is how it looks. And now what we are going to do is you need to hide this map layer and go to the background layer and put on the effect called displacement map. This is built in After Effects. This is where like the magic happens. Put the displacement map layer. It is now set to like the background layer where the effect is on. But I'm going to choose the map layer, so the one that we are like just put all the effects on, and it looked like very weird. I will put that on and change this from source to effects and masks. As you can see, it slightly changed, but what will now happen if we like put these numbers up, as you can see, like the whole image gets like very distorted and it looks liquefied almost. I'm just going to reset this. I'm going again to the first frame, then keyframe both of these amounts and go like to the middle of the clip again. Now you can decide if you want to go to the left, right. I'm just going to the right now because I think this is what I did in my first attempt. So let's just do something like 140. And this one, same thing, you can go down or up. I'm going up, so I think last time I did something like 70. But like I said, just experiment around with it. Like at the end of the day, you should use your own ideas and like not copy everything. But this is just like a good starting point. Go to the last frame. And again, I wouldn't put it like down to 0 again. I would just go like maybe 50% of that. So like, I don't know, like 60 for example. And yeah, I think I did like 70 or like let's do 20 this one. Now of course you can see we have like this black bars at the side going on. We could activate the warp pixel around, but this just looks weird. So what I did, I just put on some optics compensation, then click this checkbox right here and put this all the way up until black lines disappear. Let's do 60. Okay, if I play it now, okay, we have still these black lines going on. I just crank this up to like 75. Okay, now it should work. Now, like basically the last thing that we need to do is to rotoscope our subject. So activate the roto layer, go to the first frame, then pick the roto brush tool and double click your layer, then click again, and yeah, just rotoscope your subject. It's like a pretty simple process. Just click and drag your mouse across your subject. And if you want to remove something, just press Option on Windows, the Alt key, and the screen cursor turns red, and you can remove stuff from the subject. Like I said here, I'm holding Option and going down. And now just go through every frame and just do a good job with the roto brush. For example, for me, like don't even need to do anything. As you can see, it like does a pretty good job by itself. Okay, maybe right here when he moves his hands very fast, I need to adjust it, of course. Okay, after you're finished, you can just click on the freeze button right here. Okay, then you can close this layer and select the selection tool. Okay, for now, let me just deactivate the background layer. Go to Roto again and yeah, put up the feather like 20 and shift the edge to the left a little bit. Let's do like -50. And you can also like check these two checkboxes right here. Alright, so let me activate the background again. We now play it. In my first attempt, I also changed like the background color. To do this, I'm going to put on the effect called tritone. Put that on and then just go to the midtones and select any color. I wouldn't like even touch this left side. Just go to the right side and like click through it. I think I did like a pink tone on my first try. So we can now maybe try something like, let's do like blue. This right here looks good. Then go to the first frame, then keyframe this blend with original, and on the last frame just put this to 100. Of course, you could also just leave it like blue or like any color for the whole clip. We can now even add some glow. Just right click, then new and adjustment layer. Now just type in glow. Like to be honest, like I really don't like this like built-in glow in After Effects, but like I said, I'm not going to use like any Sapphire plugins or whatever, so we need to work with this. I would like put this from add to screen maybe, this, and put the threshold down to like 80. Okay, well, let's even do 85. Put the glow radius up to 150. Now we can keyframe the glow intensity. So let's start with, so let's go to the first frame, then keyframe it from 1.5 and go to the last frame and put it to 0. Now select everything, right click and pre-compose. like this, and like always make sure that you have this one selected and this checkbox right here. So let me play it now. You can also do, for example, if in your song bass hits or like the 808, whatever, you can put on some radial blur for the first frame. Radial blur, keyframe it, we can do 10, like from 10, then go 10 frames to the right and put it to 0. And if you have this plugin, you can put on RSMB. You don't need to do this, like I said, you can completely do this effect like without any plugins, but I just really like the look of RSMB. But if you have RSMB, put this below the radial blur. And yeah, let me play it again. And yes, that's basically it. Let me know what you want to see next, and yeah, thank you for watching and see you to the next video.